Hello everyone, hello friends. I'm here to do my go-to vacation makeup. So if you guys want to see this look, just keep on watching. So I just applied my go-to sunscreen, which is the Yada sunscreen. It's SPF 35. It's not that much, so I only use it when I'm only gonna go out for a few hours. I go on with my Becca First Light Priming Filter. I have it on my face now because I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So for this makeup, I don't usually use foundation, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be putting on some coverage. I just don't like putting on foundation when I go on vacations because it gets really sticky. Let's do the makeup. I'm just using my sponge to blend the primer all over my face, and that primer gives a natural glowy look to your skin without it looking greasy. I'm putting it here. This shade matches my skin, and I'm not as tan, so it's perfect on the areas that I want to highlight when I do have a tan. And then I use my sponge to blend it. So how have you guys been doing during these times of uncertainty? My thoughts are out there to the people, the frontliners who are outside risking their health, so us could stay at home. And I just wanted to do this video today and put some makeup on, because you know, sometimes putting on makeup and just feeling like I'm put together makes me feel good. And I hope you guys have fun watching this video, you know, wasting your time watching this video while I talk, while I ramble endlessly. So I blend my concealer up to my forehead, right here, the center of my forehead, and on the center of my nose bridge. I always get a redness here, and I have darkness around my mouth. So I like to use dark concealer to put it around there, because around my mouth is also where I get kind of flaky, and the creamy concealer helps a lot to avoid the flakiness. So I take my time to blend it really good and really well, removing the extra product on my skin just so it doesn't look cakey, although I cake on a lot of products. Then when I want more coverage, I just add a bit, and I usually put it on here because I've got some breakouts there, some tiny pimples. I'm not sure if you can see it, and also a bit more under the nose. And then next I'm gonna be using my darker concealer, so that's my e.l.f. 16 Hour Wear Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Chestnut, and I'm gonna be using this Real Techniques retractable brush. This sets really fast, and it's matte, but it's the best for you know, sweaty days, so I like to use it on vacation. So I put a bit on. Well, this is not a bit, but I like to look bronzy without using a lot of bronzer. I like to tap in the product on the areas where I want to put it, making sure I don't put it in my hairline that much, because that's always my problem. So as you can see, the shade Chestnut is perfect for my slightly olive tanned skin tone. And then I use my sponge to blend the lighter concealer and the darker concealer together. It's like so, making sure there's no harsh line. I'm stamping it on the area where I want the most pigment. I'm working really fast because this concealer really dries in a blink. And then I'm using the bigger setting of the brush to push it on the skin and then blend it up, and then bringing it closer to the cheekbones. I think I put way too much. So when we've got that all blended out, I'm gonna get my sponge again and I'm gonna be blending it with a lighter concealer again, so blending it more on the cheeks and not patting it that much here because this is where we put more of the pigment. I'm gonna be doing the same to my nose and my eyes and my jaw with the same concealer because that's how I add dimension to my face. So I'm gonna be fast forwarding this clip. So now I'm going to be moving on to my Fenty concealer, and I'm putting it on my cheeks where I have acne scars and on my neck just to even out the skin tone. And also I have scars on my jaw area, so I'm going to be putting more concealer there. See, a lot of coverage. So I'm going to be blending the concealer with my brush again, just because I find it easier for a brush to blend cream products more than a sponge, and it's a lot faster. So I'm blending it, more of like tapping on my scars than swiping. Putting more concealer on my chin and my jaw. Kind of cleaning the jaw a bit because I know I put way too much there. And the tops of my cheeks. So I'm just blending it. So I don't really mind if some of my scars are showing, like this one here on my forehead. I have a bunch of small pimples there, and on my cheeks. I don't really care anymore. Because I figured that if I put more product on my scars, it looks more prominent. So I just, accept it. Accept it and move on with my life. I'm just blending it again with my sponge. So there we have it, the basic coverage I do. This is actually my go-to everyday makeup, you could say, but this is what I basically do when I don't want to put on foundation. Just 3 concealers, not that much, just 3. So moving on to my blush. So the blushes I usually pack in my luggage are cream blushes, because again, I don't like putting on a bunch of powder on my skin on vacation. So my go-to at the moment is the Shiseido Minimalist powder blush. This is in the shade Setsuko 07. It's a cream blush with gold flecks in it. I don't know if you can see, but it's really silky. And when it sets on your skin, it's, how can I say this, glowy but matte at the same time. So most of the time I just use my fingers, but just to look profesh in the cam, I'm going to be using my brush. I'm putting it higher than where my cheeks are. I mean, the apple of my cheeks are. Because it makes you look younger when you blend it higher. Putting it right there. I'm gonna use my finger to warm up the product and blend it even better. More of tapping than swiping again. So I'm just blending it with my finger. Just blending it. Blushed. The only bad thing I mean, it could be a bad thing or a good thing, but this packaging is actually glass. So it's kind of heavy on your makeup kit, but if you have weight to spare, it's a really good blush to bring. It doesn't fade, even if you sweat. I'm using the Shiseido Synchro Skin Invisible Silk Loose Powder. This is not a matte powder, it's kind of radiant, but I prefer that because again, matte makes you look older. So I take this puff it comes with. I put it on the center of my face and on my brows because my brows get really oily. And around my nose and on my nose as well. And under my eyes. On my eye. And on my chin. And then whatever is left I put around my cheeks. It's so hot in here. Oh my god. Makeup is melting, but that's the test, right? So this is the progress we have so far. I actually use this soft glam palette for my highlight, or this Colorette yellow diamond tint. But since I forgot to put it on before powder, we're gonna see if it still works. I'm putting a bit on my face, just dotting it on my cheekbones where I want the glow. Oh no, it's dripping down. Tapping it on the skin. On the eyebrows. I'm gonna be adding more with the Anastasia eyeshadows. These are actually really good as a highlight because they stay on for hours, you know. These are eyeshadows, really pigmented. So I use Fairy and Tempera, the two colors here. Here. How to Beauty Guru. The Shiseido multi-purpose brush. It's tapered, so I just hold it together with my finger if I want a more precise application, or I just go with it. Oh, there's a bit of shimmer in it since I blended out with a bigger brush. Usually just blend with the skin really fast. So there's the other side. Don't know if you guys could see, but I'm adding more gold just to make it more sparkly, and then putting it under my eyes. And then I'm putting it on my Cupid's bow. And there you have it. A very glowy highlighted base. I actually forgot, but I like to put blush on my nose, so I'm getting the same blush. And then I'm using my sponge to buffer it out. Buff it out. Okay. Done. I just went on a quick break, did a few things outside. I think the makeup already set. I'm gonna be using my all-nighter spray just to fresh up the makeup again to finish it. And my sponge to blend the creams all over again. This is actually a great technique if you have just creams on your face. It's gonna look refreshed again after hours of wear if you spray it a bit and then blend with a sponge. So I'm just putting burnt orange. I'm just putting it on my crease and then blending it to the color we put with the concealer. And then I'm bringing it out just so it gives my eye an elongation. Again, this is supposed to be a really quick makeup look, so when I'm doing it on my own without a camera recording me, I do it really fast. I'm Fairy with my little finger. I just dot it in the center. And then I blend it. More tapping motion than swiping, just so the color stays where I want it to stay. So that's on the center of my eye. When you put pigment on the center of your eye, it makes the person looking at you focus on this area, making it look bigger somehow. So that's what I like to do. I just put it on the center and not all over. The same brush I used to blend the brown to blend the outer area of the lighter color. Using Fairy again. Like a tiny bit there, and then using my ring finger to blend it out. When I take selfies, I put more glitter on. I'm using this glitter from J-Cat Beauty. It's this one. Is it focusing? Yeah, this is in the shade Pinch Me Peachy. Also here, I like to put it there as a highlight for my brow bone. Blend it out. So it just adds another dimension of shimmer on your eyes without being too overpowering. And then I'm just swiping it under my eyebrows. My favorite eyebrow pencil, it's this one from a drugstore brand in Japan called Deja Vu. My eyebrows are really stubborn, they just like to fall down. This is really pigmented, so if you put a lot, you're gonna end up with really messy brows. So I really wipe the tip of the brush off, and then I really lightly use it at the top part of my brows first, because I like most of the product on the top of my brows where I don't have much definition. So I'm just brushing the hair in place, and then kind of using the tip to draw the end of my brow, just like so, and then I'm brushing it up. I usually end there because I don't want super made up brows when I don't have much on my face. My eyebrows could look too much sometimes, so I just brush it again with a spoolie, just to remove the excess product and to mold the brows to go up, just like so. So I'm brushing it up. So it looks a lot fuller but not drawn on. That's what I like to do. So I make a really thin line, making a little wing, pulling it back, then connecting it. Same shadow I used earlier, which is burnt orange. Mixing Fairy, the golden shimmer we used, and burnt orange. I don't have long lashes, guys, so I get lash extensions. I usually get mine at Kyosa and BGC. I do this face, and then I put on the mascara. I wait for it to dry and then I'm gonna curl it again. I know it's supposed to be bad, but if you do it really softly and wish that your lashes don't fall off, it's really nice. It keeps your lashes really curled. So I'm just waiting for it to dry. And then I'm gonna curl it again. Just one little squeeze, you know, really soft squeeze. But really. So I'm gonna make sure all of the lashes are in the curler, and then really softly, you can just brush it again. So one little squeeze. So the technique is to just get really close to the lash line and then squeeze really fast and softly so your lashes don't get clumped up. The last photo I posted on Instagram wearing this makeup, I used Vacay, but since I can't find it, I'm gonna be using Baked from Sunnies. So softly put the shade on my lips, and then I always use my finger to blend it around. So I would usually just leave it like this, or I could add on some freckles or a gloss. When I do add a gloss, I use Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm. Oh yeah, Gloss Balm. It's on the center of the lip. This shirt I'm wearing is from Pomelo. It's a bandana style top with a back tie. It's really cute. And then I paired it with these jeans. Just a straight cut with the rips on it. Also from Pomelo. You know, I would love to wear this outside, but since I can't go out, I'm just showing you guys this OOTD. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed.